Look around. Come on now. Here all night. Oh, yeah. Jerome Powell has great hair for a Federal Reserve clown. Hey, yeah. Come on, try the feel. Collapses in the air. Da-na-na-na-na. The bonds are going up there. Da-na-na-na-na. Sorry, this is the Economic Ninja. I am a little fired up. I gotta be honest with you. If you got coffee, drink a lot. All right, we're going to talk about a story out of Newsweek because they always tell the truth, except for the time they covered the ninja. That was the truth, and now I really appreciate that. But we're going to talk about something that the Supreme Court is about to do, a ruling that they're going to make. They're going to check out something on October 3rd, and it is actually striking fear in certain economists, and big institutions are warning the Supreme Court of the dire consequences of this, because if they rule a certain way, it is going to expose a massive Ponzi scheme that could take down the economy. I know it sounds crazy. Then we're going to talk about housing, and then we're going to talk about, I'm going to tell you a story that I've never told you. I don't think I've ever told you. And it has to do with a TV show that the Ninja was to be on, and it never happened. But it is going to happen in the future, and I'm pretty excited about it. And I can't wait for some of you to be in it. All right, so we're going to start here. Let's just start with the news. Oh, sorry. Okay. Out of Newsweek, Supreme Court ruling sparks fears about economic fallout. Now, this is actually true. It's actually real. It will expose the Ponzi scheme, but it's already started. It says here on October 3rd, the Supreme Court will hear a challenge against the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, in a case that would potentially declare the agency's work invalid. Well, they're a government agency. I mean, pretty much everything they do is invalid, but that's beside the point. It says a move that one lawyer close to the matter told Newsweek could throw a wrench in the financial stability of the U.S. mortgage industry. This is actually true. If you think for 1 second that things are different now than when we had liar loans, you're very confused. And it's not your fault. It's because the powers that be have confused the masses. You see, they go tighter regulations, all this stuff. They don't. We have all kinds of liar loans out there. And if banks don't loosen standards at some point, they lose money. And now, we go through times of loosening in standards and tightening in standards. That's true. But by and large, more people than not should not be given mortgages. As a matter of fact, if you look at what's going on with the 10-year and the 2-year, let me know in the bottom if you see what's going on. This is massive. They are just running up. Why? Because traders know what the Federal Reserve wants, and they want higher rates. They need higher rates to crush the economy. So what are they doing? They're front running this. So it says here, the case, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau versus Community Financial Services Association, revolves around the question of whether the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals made a mistake in ruling that the way the agency is funded violates the appropriations clause of the U.S. Constitution. This is very important. The Community Financial Services Association challenged the CFPB's rule on payday lending that prohibited banks from trying to withdraw funds from borrowers when they miss 2 consecutive payments due to a lack of cash. So now, just think about that on its own level. Banks have the ability, if you miss a couple of payday loans, to just go in and take it out of your bank account. Pretty wild, isn't it? Let's say there's a dispute and you're not paying. They can go in there and take it. So what happened was, the Financial Services Association challenged the CFPB in this. All right. There's a lot more to this, though. But a brief submitted to the court from the Mortgage Bankers Association, the National Association of Home Builders, and the National Association of Realtors. What the heck do they have to do with this? Think about this. These 3 associations are jumping in on this, right? They want banks to be able to go in there and take your money if you miss a couple payments. Now think about this. What the heck do they have to do with this? They said they warned the court that a ruling that goes beyond the payday lending issue and questions the constitutionality of the CFPB's rules and regulations could be disruptive to the U.S. economy. You want to know why? I'm going to break this down very simply. The American consumer is flat dead broke. If you want to say that no, real estate's going to keep going up, and that this is time it's different than the Great Recession, Ninja, you're striking fear in people. You're not all there. Boop. All right. So now I'm just talking to the 1% of people. 99% of you agree and believe, no, this is worse than what we went through in 2006, 2008, and it's going to get big. It's going to get bad. So you've got the National Association of Realtors, the National Association of Home Builders, and the Mortgage Bankers Association telling the Supreme Court, hey, you need to keep letting the CFPB go in and make rules that allow banks to go in and grab money out of people's accounts because they are insolvent. They made poor decisions when it came to their lending standards, and they loaned money to people that could not afford to make these payments over time. This is going to be amazing if you're ready for it. I hope you are. The three organizations are clear to say that their involvement in the case is not in support of either of the parties involved, but to simply warn the court of the potential ramifications of their ruling. You see, what's going to happen is all these associations, including the National Association of Realtors, how does that feel? If you're an agent right now, your mouth's probably dropped. They know that we just need one little pinprick and people stop paying their mortgages. People stop paying their payday loans. People stop paying car payments, right? And they know exactly what they're doing. I can't even just imagine this is happening. We submit this brief, they said, to highlight the potential catastrophic consequences that a decision drawing those rules into doubt would have on the mortgage and real estate markets. You see, the pros, the association leaders, are showing you right now that the markets are imploding and that we are just one little pinprick away from everything imploding. They want the banks to be able to go in and grab your cash. If you're like, oh, I can't make my payments this month, and here's the other thing too. You want to go have your eyes open, read what's called the promise to pay. The promise to pay is a very important document. I gotta do some videos on this. Because it states, and they could have changed recently, but the ones I was dealing with in 2007 to 2009, helping people not lose their homes, it stated that you promised to pay based off all of the metrics in that note. And when they changed, like you lost your job, it became invalid. And banks did not want this getting out. And I always promised during this next crash, I'm going to be highlighting all of that stuff to help people. But I also don't want to give people a loaded weapon and just go, well, I'm just going to stop paying no matter what. Certain things have to be met. So it's almost got to be like a surprise. Surprise, can't make your payment. Well, don't worry, you're not going to lose your house. But anyway, this is neither here nor there. That's for the future. But right there, they're saying this. Thus, the court, they say, should take care not to call into question the current CFPB. Well, didn't they just recently? Hey, Chris, it comes to a head in 2024, and it's on purpose because of the presidential election. He asked, when does all this come to a head? Comes to a head this next year, and the reason why is because the Democrats want so badly to bail people out and buy votes. Okay, that's why they're letting people over the borders. They want to buy voters. That's why they do not want IDs. They do not want you having to prove that you live in America and that you pay taxes to vote. They want a ballot harvest. They want to stuff ballots. They want to make you scared and get you locked into your house. This is not a joke. This crap is really going to happen. And I'm going to be honest with you. I believe that we are going to make it through this, and we are going to see the other side. I think they are not going to get their person in, and I believe that God's person is coming in to run this country. But I want you to understand that it'll be because of God, not because of the man that's leading the country. It'll be God that's leading this country, providing us the way. I'm straightforward. That is the truth. You can get angry all you want, but it's going to happen. I've already seen these things. It's really, and I don't care if anyone thinks I'm nuts. Actually, most people think I'm nuts. Who here thinks I'm nuts? That's awkward. All right. So right there, everything, it's all coming apart. And if you're not ready for this, and that's the other thing too, remember, don't have that defeatist attitude. This is a munker. The world's not coming to an end. I warned people about crazy things like these back in 2006. And if they were ready for it, they would have made a crap ton of money. Can't believe I'm going to tell you this story. All right, let's dive into this one. This is a great story right here. It's out of Zero Hedge, and it is entitled, and remember, this is the greatest wealth effect on humans, is the housing wealth effect. As this thing pops, it's going to go bad. It's going to go bad very fast. By the way, There's some more links for today. 4 links out there right now for the discount. And as of next week, the new course will all be done. Home Seller Pro, and everyone's getting that course for free that owns the Real Estate Crash Course. I've got a whole new way, an idea of bringing more information and knowledge to people so that you guys can absolutely dominate this next crash. All right, U.S. existing home sales suffer second weakest summer ever. Just remember, it doesn't matter how much the real estate agent, the nice real estate agent that drives a Land Rover that's only going to be good for 40,000 miles till it blows up. I love the inside of those things, but boy, they're pieces of crap. Tells you your house is worth. Doesn't matter. It's all fake because nobody's coming to the door to buy it. That's why I'm making this new course. Because I lived this and I had to do some pretty creative things to sell my houses during 2006. All right, here we go. Existing home sales were expected to rise modestly in August. That's weird. All the pros said it. They went to college. Listen to them. They probably don't own their own house, but listen to them. It says after tumbling 2.2% month over month in July, however, as makes a little more sense in the real world, home sales dropped 0.7% month over month, leaving sales down 15.3% year over year. The people aren't coming to buy the houses. As a matter of fact, I think the Ninja was totally wrong. I thought last January when I said within 1 year, I said actually not 1 year from now, this coming January, 8% mortgages. People are like, you're crazy. I was wrong. It looks like it's going to happen by Friday. That's tomorrow. I got a feeling the national average should be around there. If not, it'll be there sometime by October. But that blew me away. The Ninja was wrong. So, okay, here we go. The total SAR fell back near its low since 2010 as new home sales trend higher on incentives. Isn't that great? The only ones that are selling are the home builders that are having to buy down rates, do all kinds of crazy upgrades. They're like begging you. This is awesome. The number of homes for sale edged lower to 1.1 million. The smallest August inventory in data back to 1999. What? See, I haven't even seen sales numbers like these. This is going to be fun. At the current sales pace, it would take 3.3 months to sell all of the properties on the market. Realtors see anything below 5 months of supply as indicative of a tight market. And most real estate agents have no clue. They have zero clue what's going on. Now, there's 5% of agents that have been around since for the last 20 years. They get it. They're like, oh crap, this one's gonna be a doozy. Start saving your money. And when you see a real estate agent, or you know a real estate agent has been in the market for the business for 20, 25 years, and they're not going out to expensive dinners, that should tell you something. The median selling price rose 3.9% because there's a fool born every day, right? From a year earlier to 407,000. And that's what the media is getting you to focus on, because that's the only thing that's going to keep houses going up. They're like, look, the house price is still going up. Like, yeah, it went up $3,000. Did you see how much my payment was going to go up? $1,000 a month. That's what's really happening here. It says mortgage rate changes will have a big impact over the short run, while job gains will have a steady positive impact over the long run. What moron said that? Oh, hold on. It's from Lawrence Young, the National Association of Realtors chief economist. You know what? I'm so sick and tired of this tool. Let's copy. Let's just Google something real quick. How long has paced Lawrence Young been with the, NAR? Let's just see real quick here. In 2000, Young joined the National Association of Realtors as a junior economist. In 2007, Young became the chief economist and senior vice president. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Watch this. This is going to happen right in front of you guys. Lawrence Young, Outlook, 2007. I'm doing this live. I'm typing this crap in. Yes! It's so easy. These guys are complete fools and tools. All right, here we go. This is out of Seeking Alpha, dated May 13th, 2008. The National Association of Realtors, Lawrence Young, continues to mislead on housing. I am not... Yeah. Look, I hate watching people be deceived. I want to save millions of people so much grief, and I want you to make millions and millions of dollars. I am going to lead you this way. I'm not joking, and I'm not anybody special, but I've been blessed with the experiences so few people have. So look at this moron. This is where people don't remember what Dave Ramsey said in 1999. They don't remember what he said in 2007, insulting people. You're crazy if you don't buy houses or buy stock. I'm telling you right now, they're all wrong. Here we go. This is the tool, the chief economist, the chief moron, the chief puppet. Now I'm getting pissed. This is from March of 2008. As everybody's losing their homes, no one could sell their homes. They were locked in their house, just like they are now, but much worse. It says here, NAR chief economist Lauren Yun continues to prove he's lost in the woods. I'm sure most of you who have followed the real estate market, this is in 2008, just, March. You know what's happening that month? It was around the time Bear Stearns was collapsing. I had already sold all my homes and I was telling everybody, I was going from church to church, anybody listen to me, run, sell your real estate, we're gonna have a real estate crash. And I was getting mocked for it. They ain't gonna mock pretty soon. It says, do you remember when he claimed that housing prices would rebound in 2007? His quotes continue to supply stand-up comedians with new material. One could reasonably argue that Yun is committing consumer fraud by trying to entice people to buy into a market that is poised to fall further. I suppose he thinks his ridiculous predictions will restore confidence. Gosh damn it! If there is anybody working for the NAR right now, fire that guy! I'm not kidding. I'm so sick and tired of dealing with you morons. And you know what's crazy? I remember warning everyone about that pandemic coming, and I got laughed at. And I said, your lives are about to change forever. I wasn't a YouTuber back then. I was running around telling anyone that'll listen, the sheep are going to cause this fall. You want to... every day I get emails from people that have taken that real estate course. And you know what? Call it a sales pitch. I don't care. I'm going to sell people on making money, on saving themselves. And I hear all the time from real estate agents, from brokers that take that class, because it's the basic fundamentals of real estate cycles. And they go, I never saw this. I never thought of this before. You want to know why? Because people are being led by morons at the National Association of Realtors. They're salespeople, they're cheerleaders. Wake up. There's very few agents out there. And I know you're out there because I've worked with a handful of you that are amazing investors, thinkers, great thinkers, and strategists that understand that these cycles exist. And we are going to destroy these fools. Yeah. Anybody that wants to listen to a moron because they are the chief economist, the chief puppet of the NAR, is a complete tool bag. I give any YouTuber, please, complete permission to make shorts out of this video right now. You want to see me get pissed off? These guys are idiots. And there's a ton of YouTubers out there that are they're centimillionaires, 100 millionaires. And all they've done, they bought their first house in the bottom of 2012. They're all going to go down. And the ninja's going to report on every single one of them. I run into them every once in a while. I'm like, you're leading the people astray. And they're you know what? They're so gacked out of their mind because of money, and it really doesn't matter. It's like that one guy that went out and bought himself a G7 off of everybody's money from FTX and all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. Now he's starting funds. Blows my mind. No, this is going to be bad because of morons like Yun. Fire him, NAR. National Association of Realtors, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm not even going to tell you a story. I'm so pissed off. I'm sorry. Links are down below. You want to change your life? You got to start thinking differently. You got to hang out with different people. You got to take action now. Take action now if you agree with that. The Economic Ninja's out.